Now, President Obama's tax proposals have companies contemplating the next move, and Microsoft says it could cost U.S. jobs. Michelle McCory has that story. Michelle, good morning. Well, it's good evening there in New York.
Good morning to you and good evening to me. And that's right, Microsoft CEO Steve Ballmer says that the world's largest software company would move some employees offshore if Congress enacts President Obama's plan to impose higher taxes on U.S. companies' foreign profits. Ballmer says it just makes U.S. jobs more expensive and that they're better off taking lots of people and moving them out of the U.S. as opposed to keeping them inside the U.S. Now, on May 4th, President Obama proposed outlawing or restricting about $19 billion in tax breaks for offshore companies over the next decade. And many companies and business groups have objected to this, including the National Foreign Trade Council, the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, and the Business Roundtable. They have all denounced this proposed overhaul. Now, the U.S. tax rules let companies defer paying corporate rates as high as 35% on most types of foreign profits, as long as that money remains invested overseas. And President Obama says he wants to end such incentives in order to keep foreign profits tax deferred so that the companies would invest them in the U.S. But Haslinda, this is backfiring, and Ballmer says it just forces them to ship jobs out of the U.S. Now, Ballmer is one of 10 U.S. software company executives pushing back against these tax proposals. They all met with the White House officials today to voice their concerns. And among other things, President Obama is also proposing limiting expense deductions, such as those for employee compensation, when companies defer U.S. tax on foreign profits. And in this roundtable discussion today, Ballmer, as well as other business leaders, said that such policies would hurt domestic investment, reduce shareholder value, and increase the cost of employing U.S. workers, and that their responsibility to shareholders would require Microsoft to cut costs, and that, Haslinda, means many jobs would be moved out of the country. Haslinda?
All right, Michelle, thank you so much for that.